Hey guys, welcome back to Be On The Feet. My name's Josh. In today's video, we're going to be checking out the ASICS Nimbus 23. What's good about it, what's bad about it, and whether you should buy it. Let's jump into it. ASICS Nimbus 23. Nimbus has been around for 23 models now. It's a great shoe overall, nice neutral daily trainer that you can get a lot of Ks out of. For someone who has a high arch or a medium arch, this shoe works quite well, holds the foot nice and straight, or if you even supinate, this shoe will still kind of keep you in alignment and pretty much protect your knees and ankles overall. For a daily trainer that is a softer daily trainer, it's on the heavier side of things. That's just because you got a few extra elements in there. But the one good thing about a Nimbus, it is very durable overall. So you do have a ton of rubber up underneath the foot, quite a durable rubber and quite deep flex screws at the forefoot. So in the Nimbus 23, it is very flexible at that forefoot area, enabling you to get a nice toe off onto the next step very efficiently. It's a nice package by ASICS underneath the foot. You got, as I said, a ton of rubber. You got that little bit of a trussic just on that medial side, just stiffens up that a little bit without being a support system, so to speak. And then you got that flight foam running all the way through the shoe to give you that nice cushion. So your flight foam cushioning system running in the Nimbus is one of ASICS' better cushioning systems besides the Flight Foam Blast, which is just more springy and soft. I'd like to see the Flight Foam Blast in a Nimbus at some stage. I think that would make a great shoe overall, but with just that stock standard flight foam, it does make for a very durable package underneath the foot and overall feels quite soft. The shoe at the heel area with that gel, so when you heel strike in it, it does compress quite a bit, taking that shock out of the legs, get you onto that next step not too badly. It's not the springiest shoe underfoot. Because of that gel and that flight foam, you do sink into it a bit and it doesn't feel like extremely fast underfoot. But if you're wanting to do those 5-10k runs, even up to a half marathon, or if you're just someone who wants to whack a shoe on the foot and go for a run or wear it at the gym, this is a great option for sure. It's a shoe that you're going to get a lot of Ks out of. Now this, in comparison to say like a new 1080 that we just did a video on, you're going to get a lot more Ks out of this shoe. One, as I mentioned, just with the rubber underneath, and also your flight foam is a lot more durable as well. In terms of your upper, I think ASICS always nail the upper on most shoes. It's a really nicely dialed in fit. Now if you're someone who has a really high arch across that midfoot area, it might initially feel a little snug, but you do want a good lockdown on a neutral shoe just to hold that foot nice and straight, as there's no kind of motion control aspects in the shoe itself. So you do want the upper just locking in the foot nicely, and it does do that. It's not very stretchy on the upper. It's definitely kind of more high abrasive. I think in previous models, they might have had some dramas with the upper wearing out before the midsole and outsole, just because of how durable it is. And I think they've tried to kind of reinforce it on that upper there to make sure you don't go through it as quickly. Around the heel counter, you do have a lot of padding around there. So if you're someone who likes a nice cushioned upper overall, the Nimbus 23 is a great option. I find you don't get any irritation with the tongue or the lacing because it is such a padded tongue. Yeah, it breathes fairly well for a very cushioned shoe overall. So in comparison to a Triumph, the Nimbus 23 will breathe a lot better and will feel slightly lighter than a Triumph. However, it doesn't feel quite as soft, just to give you some context there. When you do heel strike, you get onto your forefoot quite well. Not as well as the Nimbus Lite 2, which I'll have in a comparison video quite shortly, and a first run in the Nimbus Lite 2 coming up shortly. And I think that's a better way of doing it. Less aspects in the shoe, but I'll save that for another video. But with the Nimbus 23, as I said, ton of cushion. It's a good shoe to pick up. I think it sits around your $240 mark. Bang for buck if you're wanting something that you can do a lot of Ks in. You don't care too much about how fast you're running, but you just want something you can pick up and either train for a marathon in or do your 5Ks for your park run or whatnot. I think this is a great option to pick up. Now, if you're someone who pronates, your stability version of this is called a Kayano, so check out that. But if you're someone with a neutral foot and you don't want too much kind of in the shoe pushing it either way, the Nimbus 23 is a great option for sure. Yeah, I think that'll about wrap it up. If there's more you want me to cover on this, let us know in the comments. If you want me to compare it to some other shoes, I can do that as well. As I said, I'm going to compare this to the Nimbus Lite 2 in another video. I know we're a little bit behind because your 23's been out for a while, but definitely still a good shoe to pick up if you're wanting something nice and durable, semi-lightweight, but still quite cushioned underfoot. Great option. Till next time, hit that subscribe, hit the like, and we'll catch you in another video.